Hi, I'm Tom Cargill, the CEO of British Expertise International, and this is a brief explainer ahead of BEI's relaunch of our plans ahead and what it means for our friends and members in this country and around the world. Much is often quite rightly made of how companies value predictability in order to plan, and this applies equally to our members working across global infrastructure, capacity building and international development. Yet when significant structural change in circumstances becomes inevitable, businesses must move quickly to understand and mitigate these new risks and seize new opportunities. I became CEO of BEI last year at a critical time for many of us, as the UK had for some time struggled to reposition ahead of formally leaving the European Union. Of course, many aspects of that discussion are still going on. But away from the headlines, and despite the pandemic, there has since last year been a significant change in the disposition and focus of much HMG activity with regards to our foreign, trade, security, defence and diplomatic work. Some of this is already apparent, for instance in the merger of the FCO and DFID into the new Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. Other aspects will be announced in coming weeks, and still more will become clear once the integrated review and spending round is concluded. This has all coincided with the emergence of the coronavirus pandemic, as well as the ongoing uncertainty about the terms of Brexit, and indeed wider growing global unpredictability at political, cultural, technological and ecological levels. Some larger companies have the resources to consider what all this may mean to them and their business model over coming years. Most don't, and even those that do, I believe, may underestimate how radically things may change, indeed are already changing, particularly when it comes to the UK foreign policy and trade context. As many of you know, BEI is fortunate to have senior members of our team who have enjoyed a considerable level of experience engaging in the policy space, in particular on trade, international development and on diplomacy. This gives us a rare, if not unique, set of perspectives on how HMG is repositioning away from the glare of headlines and publicity. The bottom line is that if the role of the state was of growing importance to exports in the context of Brexit, this tendency has been supercharged by the pandemic. Of course, this doesn't apply to all exports, but in our key sectors of infrastructure, capacity building and international development, in particular, we need to change the way we think, act and collaborate if our businesses are to survive and indeed thrive over coming years. So over the past year, I and my colleagues have been engaging extensively with the UK government at all levels to get a better sense of some of these changes and work to shape them so as to optimise the short, medium and long-term prospects for our members and the sectors you represent. I'm pleased to say that we have enjoyed encouragement and support for these efforts on the basis that our government counterparts equally recognise that the private sector will be key partners in driving forward the changes the UK's future prosperity, security and influence relies upon. So we at BEI now find ourselves in a position where we can, with the other reforms we've carried through, enhance our role in helping promote material improvement in the export opportunities presented to our members and the wider UK supply chain. Our working groups will become increasingly important to this, sharing information, engaging with government and identifying opportunities. Our relaunched website will also become a more useful repository of opportunity pipelines, helpful presentations of regional and sector opportunities, and past webinars, as well as jobs, tenders, and other documentation. More fundamentally, we will play an increasing role, including through our events programme, in focusing down attention onto the strategic markets and significant opportunities within them, including potentially through forms of government-to-government agreement. Now, none of this will happen suddenly, quickly, or easily. Our senior team share practical experience from the private sector of the business development challenges I know many of our members are facing. Yet I'm confident over coming months you'll continue to see an improvement in our events programme and other activities, and a growth in the exchange of information about potential opportunities and projects, including those sourced through more joined up information sharing between government and non-governmental information networks. Our success as exporters and as a country will increasingly rely on more flexible, coordinated approaches. BEI is now well placed to play a central role in this, and our whole team look forward to working with our members and friends in and out of government to achieve real results and growth over coming years. Thank you for your time. We welcome your comments and look forward to working with you over coming months and years to drive British export success.